Carl Hallah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakat Howard, Brakat Shai, Brakat Howard, Brakat Shai, Brakat Howard, Brakat Shai, the water above, called Kadash. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone that teaches truth, 100% truth, according to the Bible. I'm going to do a lesson today. It's going to be entitled The Evil Angels. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was talking about, we was talking about the UFOs, or so-called UFOs, the orbs. And he made a comment that he made a comment that those orbs are probably something that's evil, He didn't think it was of the Lord. So I had to explain to him that the Lord controls both sides, man. It's not Satan has his army of angels and he can do whatever the hell he want to do. And then the Lord has his army of angels, and that myth, that Christianity myth that been put on our people to think that Satan has his own entity. He can do whatever the hell he want to do. And that's been put on by the Roman Catholic Church, man, to misguide and mislead our people. The Lord, man, is almighty. The chief commander, man, he commands both sides, man. He rules both sides. There's no such thing as those fallen angels out of the sky with Satan. And, they came down to the earth and they set up shop and they're able to do and to fight against the Lord, man. The Lord set everything in play from the beginning. So how he not have control over these evil angels, man, or over Satan? The Lord controls, man. He uses them. They have to come to him in order to ask permission to do what they do. And we know that because when you go into the story of Job, man, he didn't just come down there and went at Job on his own authority. He had to get sanctions by the Lord in order to do that, man, to do what he did to Job. But the Lord used that for his own play. And same thing as it is today, man. Satan does not have his own authority. The Lord controls everything on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. You have good and evil angels. And the Lord used them for his own bidding. So I kind of explained that to him, man, that, Satan doesn't have his own authority. And there's, like I said, Lord, on the left-hand side, he had what we call evil angels, man. And Lord put them in play. He want to hand out punishment. He send those evil angels out on authority to do what, he is required for them to do, whatever their mission may be. So we're going to go in the book of Psalms. We can start off there, chapter 78, verse 49. He casts upon them the fierceness of his anger, wrath and indignation, and trouble by sending evil angels among them. And that was in the book of Psalms, when our people were out in the wilderness, man, and Jake was going off, man. We were groping, we were moaning, we wanted to go back to Egypt. We were just doing all type of wickedness. And so the Lord sent evil angels against them. Still in the book of Psalms, chapter 89, verse 7. Yahweh is greatly to be feared in the assembly of saints, and to be had in reverence of all them that are about him. So we're supposed to fear the Lord, man, because of what he can do, because he can send those evil angels at us, man. You see that lady, what happened to her on the subway, man. That man that went and did that, we don't know if it's something set up by Esau Edom. It could be one of their psyops, but either way, the Lord allowed it. He sanctioned it to happen, man. And you can look at that guy, you can tell something was on him. And maybe evil angels jumped on that guy the Lord sent, and to send out that wrath, man, and lit that lady on fire. And we saw the results, man. It was kind of hard to bear, but that's the fear of the Lord. That's why we fear our Lord, man. Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7, the prophet Isaiah. I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace, I create evil. I, the Lord Yahweh, do all these things. Because people kind of have this misnomer that the Lord is, just all good and kindness, man. That he's just all friendly and, He doesn't get bothered, no matter what. He's just going to love, love, love. That's not what it is about, man. The Lord is about balance. So he controls both sides, man. He has to have balance on the earth. Still in the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as his people draw near with their... Shalak, let me start all over. Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as this people draw near with me, with their... Damn, screwed up again, Shalak. Wherefore Yahweh said, for as this people draw near with their mouth, and with their lips do honor me, but have removed their hearts far from me. Their fear for me is taught by the precept of men. And that's a lot of our people that's in these modern day churches, man. They have no true fear and understanding of our Lord, man, and what he's really about. They say with their mouth how they love and fear the Lord, but yet they go out here and celebrate these abominable holidays that the Lord do hate and detest. A lot of people saying that they kind of make up in their mind that, long as the Lord knows what's in my heart, that ain't what the Lord said, man. He said, don't do these abominable things, man. He said he detests those wicked holidays those feast days that you have, man. It's a smoke unto his nose, man. But Jake just loved being disobedient. He loved following his master, man, his paymaster, Esau Edom. And therefore he's going to be destroyed along with Esau Edom. Same as it was when he was out there in the wilderness, same as it is now, Really we're in the wilderness today, man, up under Esau Edom, man. Jake wants to go back to being, continue to being that slave of Esau Edom, man. Jake don't want to separate from the society. Let me read that again since I screwed it up so bad the first couple of times. Isaiah 29 and 13. Wherefore Yahweh said, for as much as the people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips, Jake can say anything, sounds good, but as far as their actions, it's totally different. Do honor me, but have removed their heart far from me. So they do the opposite of what the Lord tells them to do, man. And their fear towards me is taught by the precept of men. And really coming back all the way from the Roman Catholic Church, man, to the slave Bible, and you have what we have today, man. This total mess of what our people have become by following these false doctrines, man. Psalms chapter 78, verse 21. I will open my mouth in a parable. I will utter dark sayings of old. He rained flesh also upon them as dust, and feather fowls like the sand of the sea. This is when they were in the wilderness. So let me finish with that. And he rained flesh upon them as the dust, and feather flowers like as the sand of the sea. Because Israel, our people, were out there in the wilderness. They were crying. They want to go back home. They wanted. They felt they was hungry. So the Lord sent them doves, man. He sent a cloud of doves unto them, and they gave them. He gave them bread from heaven, angels' bread. So pretty much they had chicken and biscuits. He fed them good out there in the wilderness until he got them to their homeland. That's what the mission was to get them to our homeland. But Jake was crying, and how Jake groping and all that type of shit. How we do, we complain, man. Same as our people today. Verse 28, and he let the fall in the midst of their camp round about their habitations. Talking about the doves. So they did eat and were full and were well filled, and he gave them their own desire. They were not estranged from their lusts, and while their meat was yet in their mouths, the wrath of Yahweh came upon them and slew the fattest of them and smote down the chosen men of Israel. So they were still complaining while they got their belly full. And it's like you feed somebody and they're still talking shit to you. So, the Lord, handed out a swift judgment to them, man. Hear these what's the word you want to use? You hear these ungrateful ass niggas, man. Yeah, I done did all that till you saw the miracles I done done. I done pretty much took Egypt out for you. I'm about to take you to your promised land, and you still groping and crying, man. Still talking shit after I done fed you, man. And so, Lord, he got fed up, and he's pretty much slew a lot of them. And it wasn't for Moses, because he would have pretty much slew damn near all of them. But like I said, Moses reminded him that, and he showed mercy on our people. Because he could have really took out the whole Israel, that day. Because, they really went off. They made a molten calf and they started worshiping it, worshiping Baal and these other gods, man. But the Lord gave us mercy, thankful for Moses stepping in and reminding them, of his promise. So we're going to go to 1 Kings chapter 22 and 19. And he said, Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord Yahweh. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him, in his right hand and on his left hand. So you got angels that's on the right hand, and angels we have on the left hand. You have your good angels and you have your demonic angels, man. And this goes back to it's 1 Kings with the story. I think it was Ahab. He was a king, and he was wicked, and the Lord was going to send him off in the battle, man. Send his nation off in the battle to be destroyed. So he wanted the angels to persuade him to go into battle, thinking that he was going to win, a lion angel, to convince him to go in battles so the Lord can have him destroyed. The Lord put this thing in play any way how he wants to, man. He used these lion angels the same way as it is today. He's putting in these Edomites' heart, man, to go to war, man, for that third woe. He's telling these other nations that, you can go to war, you're going to be able to live, and you're going to be able to, successful in your battles. And that's some lion angels convincing their generals and stuff, to convince these presidents to send these nations off to war, man. 1 Kings chapter 22, verse 20. And Yahweh said, We shall persuade Ahab, and he may go up and fall at Ramoth-Gilead. And one said, On this manner, and another said, On that manner. And there came forth a spirit, and stood before the Lord, and said, I will persuade him. Now this is the spirit on the left-hand side, one of those lying spirits. And Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will, get the second part. I will go forth, and I will convince him to go to war. I don't have the rest of it because my phone has been acting up. But the Lord sent him to go lie to Ahab and to send his men out to war, man. So Ahab was killed in that battle. 2 Kings chapter 22, verse 19. Just bear with me for a second. I want to pull something up. 1 Kings. Oh, let me go back to verse 21. And there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord Yahweh and said, I will persuade him. And Yahweh said unto him, Wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, Thou shalt persuade him, and prevail also to go forth and do so. And therefore, behold, the Lord Yahweh hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. So same as it is now, Lord swaying these nations to go to war, man. And it's going to be the final war, that third woe that's going to happen, man. So the Lord controls both sides, man. You know, ain't no such thing as an evil entity that's out here that's doing whatever the hell it wants to do. The Lord controls both sides, man. He put everything into play. He brought everything out from the beginning all the way to the end, and it's not going to deviate any other way, man. Only the way the Lord has already written it. He prophesied for these things to happen, or He's written it for these things to happen. We prophesy the word of the Lord, man. And these are prophecies that are foretold to happen. But that's pretty much it, man. I just want to kind of hit that, man, and you know, we have to remember the fear of the Lord, man, the true fear of the Lord. It's a part of here I'm missing, man. I thought I had it. So the fear of the Lord is taught by the precept of men. Let me pull that precept up, man. I thought I had my lesson, but it didn't come up. Like I said, right now my phone has been acting up, so it's not able to transfer my lesson over. Damn. Google search. Oh, man. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 13. Wherefore the Lord Yahweh said, for as this people draw near me with their mouth and with their lips do honor me. Okay, I did read that precept, Shalaki. Notice one I didn't read, if I can find it. Matthew chapter 10, verse 34 and 35. And, you know, to think the Lord, when He comes back, like I say, it's going to be all kumbaya, and the Lord's just going to be this sweet, forgiving everybody type of spirit, man. And that's not how it's going to be. This entity. Think not that I come to send peace on earth. I come to send peace but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. So the Lord is coming bringing hell on this place, man. He's not all beautiful and love and butterflies and, you know, we all sing kumbaya and just having a good time when the Lord returns, man. It's going to be a lot of justice are going to be handed out, man. And it's going to be rightfully so. And Lord will that we are the elect, that we're going to be saved out of it. There's one more thing I want to look for. This is aggravating as hell, man. My phone is missing apps. may have read this before, but I'm going to close out with this. Isaiah 45, verse 7. The prophet Isaiah, chapter 45, verse 7. I form the light, I create darkness, I make peace, I create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. So there's no separate entity. The Lord controls both sides, man. That's why we fear the Lord, because, He can send those things against us. So that being said, man, all praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah. I pray this lesson was edifying. With that, I say shalom.